Looks like if he just get a TP out here, he doesn't know the Shadow Hunter is so far behind, and he possibly could have got at least one Raider kill there, but certainly not worth risking it. And we're going to see Infi pick up some staff soon, I assume. So taking too much damage on his heroes won't be too big a problem. And Legion, ooh, that's an excellent item here for Fly. Going to give him so much movement, or bonus movement, and really just going to help him out tremendously. And this Shadow Hunter now coming in does have a TP and does have a couple of clarity potions as well. And actually the Shredder being bought as well. It's a good choice here whenever you're on 3 base. But ooh, it looks like a couple towers being brought in here, taking down or cancelling this expansion. And that's a good play there. It looks like actually that's where the TP went to from Infi. So that's a very nice play there by him. I don't think that expansion would have had time to finish. And it looks like we are seeing all these units now coming in, trying to maybe catch up the heroes. But Infi actually running the counterintuitive direction. I think, yes, this is a nice choice here, and Dust actually being used by Infi as well. If he can creep this out, he needs to get a Shredder of his own at this point, and the one at the other camp was obviously stolen by Fly. And ooh, a Raider coming in here at perfect timing. Such fantastic play here by Fly, and a bunch more Raiders actually running in as well, and they're going to get a bunch of ensnares off, and then maybe manage to get the creep steal here. I'm not sure. Shadow Hunter runs in, does manage to get the kill. Very nice. And looks like Infi will be forced to TP away. Will he be able to? Yes, he does buy a Shredder before he TPs out. That's a good choice there by him, but he's going to lose a lot of experience. And the Shadow Hunter is going to get, it's already hit level 4, going to get halfway to level 5 at this point. And Town Hall going up here, and all these towers are just going to mean that Infi may be going to try and take this expansion as well, and really try and starve Fly. That'd be a good choice here. Meanwhile, we are seeing a bunch of Griffins being built as well as a Knight. Animal War training is done. Only 1-1 upgrades at this point, but we are seeing one blacksmith here. Did an upgrade just finish? No. Oh, an upgrade. Yeah, there we go. There. Second armor upgrade just going, and no second blacksmith. So these upgrades can be pretty slow, but 3 Griffin Aviaries is quite a cost. But I mean, he is on 3 base. You should probably be able to afford it. One Shredder just going to be doing a lot of harvesting there, and we can see that if he actually brought it to this space here where the trees are all still really close to the town hall, that's a good choice there. And Fly, meanwhile, doing some scanning around, does have an orb now, so he does have tier 3, going to be able to put down tiny great halls. If he can clear out these towers, that'd be a great place to put his tiny great hall here, because they just go so quickly, and his peons can get there quickly as well. But maybe somewhere hidden like this one would be a nice place to do it as well. And so we're going to have to see how Fly wants to play this. Fly going to get level 5 very soon as well, getting a Book of the Dead. Actually, it's normally a great item, but against so few melee units, it isn't actually that good, even though Infi can't really dispel it. I mean, you can occasionally use it for really nifty surrounds or something, and it looks like a nice bit of harassment here by Infi. Going to force a TP swap here, and since Infi's mining so much more, that's a good trade for him. And looks like this Blade Master doing a bit of damage. Ooh, one Dragonhawk Rider not being caught in the TP, just because it was clearly rallied to the wrong, or it was rallied and then missed the TP out. And Fly does notice this, gets the ensnare, and then will get the kill here. So that's a nice chunk of free experience there for him. And Water Elemental just doing some scouting as well. Gonna maybe try and do some damage to burrows, but they do have reinforced defenses now. Tauren Chieftain third, interesting choice here by Fly. I like that choice, considering you can't buy any other third hero basically, because you don't want to get Farseer third, because they're just such focusing. And when you're in these big macro games, getting a third hero really pays for itself. Just the aura is worth so much. But then obviously Stomp is definitely the good choice here, even though, I mean, people will say, well, it's mass air, so why is Stomp or Shockwave good? But Stomp is actually quite good, just because you can, even though there's a few heroes, it means you can get sort of 90% of the ground units in one good Stomp, and then that just gives you such an opportunity to surround, or to ensnare, or to just do whatever, just really get your get everything going. And it looks like Reveal being used there by Infi, maybe worried about the Blade Master being around, or thinking he can maybe get some focusing off, but still only level 2 only level 2 Mountain King, and only a level 1 Paladin. That's really not enough, considering how high hero levels Fly has. Obviously his Tauren Chieftain's just level 1, but I think he's 5-5 at this point. Where's the Shadow Hunter? Yes, he is 5-5, and with some brilliant items. Look at these items, that's just so stacked there on that Shadow Hunter. So really, Infi has his work cut out for him, and it looks like he has taken this expansion finally. So he does have what, 5 mines up and running, or maybe 4. No, still 5. Still 900 gold left in this mine against 2 from Fly. So really, even though Fly is a huge hero advantage, Infi just needs to buy some time, maybe sit at 80 food and then push to 100 food. Yeah, he's at 77 out of 100, so I think he'll probably push to 100 food and then go for some massive pushes. But the problem is that the Orc army can become so unstoppable. Lots of Bat Riders being built here. Obviously, Fly definitely has the capacity to do this, considering he started out with 2 bestiaries. It looks like he built a third as well. And we did see 1 armor upgrade there for Fly as well, which is a good choice to get, but certainly attack upgrades are also really, really useful for him later on in this game. And looks like we're seeing some more creeping here. I wonder if Infi's going to try and set up another expansion. It wouldn't really be worth it at this point, but certainly he might well do it yet. And ooh, Crystal Ball, normally a bad item, but actually against the Blade Master it does have its uses. Ooh, look at this, very, very bad here for Fly, getting his whole army caught in a long stretch, and it looks like a lot of Bat Riders take out those flying units very early on, and the scroll protection being used far too late. Infi with only 1 Dragonhawk Rider left, and this is just so bad for Infi. He's going to have to TP out of here. If he doesn't have a TP, he can just go and buy one right now. And it looks like he does have one. He's going to have to get out of here, but he has only his heroes left at this point. Meanwhile, Fly is a huge army. Fantastic play here by Fly, but he still has his work cut out for him. He set up this third expansion. Looks like he's even setting up some towers here. The classic thing to do is set up a line of towers here and force your opponent to fight while they're in this sort of ditch water area, so that they're finding up ground and stuff. But I'm not a big fan of that, especially against air units, actually, because the air units can just run in here, or fly in here, take out the peons, and then fly out again. So I don't think that's the best move in this situation, but we'll see how it's going to play out, because certainly against the ground army, that's a brilliant, or that works quite well, even if it does mean that your TPs don't land on top of where the battle is going on often. But still, it's alright. And it looks like a sentry orb is being placed here. I think that must mean that there was a, or possibly means that there's a rebought Troll Witch Doctor, although possibly sentry orbs were just dropped here. I'm not sure about these new new creep items. I think they've been changed at least. I'll look foolish if they weren't. And the skeletons being brought out now as well. And looks like Cloud being used by a Dragonhawk Rider. Apparently not here. Oh, there it is. Dragonhawk Riders now, or Flying Units now 2-3 upgraded. Those are good upgrades, and we're gonna have to see that third attack upgrade as well, just because it actually becomes very worthwhile. Infi attacking one of his own buildings. I guess he wants his knight to get out, and his farm is blocking it. That's a bit unfortunate for him. Although he could have probably just taken out those couple of trees. But I guess he's a bit impatient here. He's going to be able to take down these towers and then go in and take down these peons. Meanwhile, we are seeing this expansion being taken down. Finally, all those towers are down, and this Shadow Hunter actually getting close to level 6. Blade Master also getting close to level 6, and Thorn Chieftain already level 3 after having been in this game for a very short period of time, really. And looks like, and I like this Griffin Harassment as well, taking down these peons. That's a good choice here. He knows that these burrows are so hard to take down, so just taking out the peons instead is very, very efficient, and it just slows down the mining as opposed to really being a huge economic cost. Although it certainly is a significant, it certainly is a cost. It isn't just as significant. This Witch Doctor looks like he might accidentally just be caught out yet again. These Witch Doctors not very lucky here. Really just constantly being caught out as soon as they come out, but still getting a couple of those wards down. Nice being able to put down that ward at the last second as well. And this Blade Master now going to come in, going to try and focus down this Knight, which is obviously the easy target, apart from now the Griffin Riders are now out, since the Blade Master can attack range with his orb. That might be the new easiest target, and now the water elemental being left alone. So Fly going to be happy to take that down, while Infi being very, very happy to try and do some more damage to this Great Hall. But the Blade Master is now running in very close to level 6, and the rest of the army is now backing him up. 2 movement-based auras, that's brilliant, and level 6 on that Shadow Hunter. So that's really, really good here for Fly. And Bat Riders being used, Scroll Protection being used yet again to get 8 armor on those Griffin Riders, and it looks like a big battle going off here. Nice and Stairs being able to focus down individual units very handily. I'm not sure how many staff Infi actually has. It looks like he hasn't made too great use of them so far, but maybe he's saving them for the heroes just in case. He does have one of his on his Archmage, and that's it at this point. And it looks like this one Spirit Walker will go down to some nice bolting and focusing. Tries to go into ethereal form, but it's just a millisecond too late. And this Griffin Rider now going to be taken down as well. They are now 3-3 upgraded. And this Kodabeast, having eaten a Knight, can probably be sent back somewhere just to digest it in peace. And not reveal every location that Fly decides to move into. And meanwhile, we are seeing some more harassment here from these Dragonlance Riders. Nice choice here, because you can't set up those towers because of Cloud being researched. And it looks like the Blade Master going to run in here, going to be able to take down at least one of these Dragonhawk Riders. Nice Holy Light being used. And will we see a staff finally being used? No, a critical strike takes it out before Infi even has the chance to do it, and Fly now in a very dominant position, being able to pick off these units one by one. And this Archmage now being focused down as well. Archmage in a bit of a bad position, being forced to TP out. Very, very nice. And that critical strike goes off. Will any damage be able to be done to this Paladin? Down to 150 hit points, but it is just staffed home to get the free healing there. Nice choice there. And meanwhile, we are seeing one watchtower actually being put up. So we're seeing a bit of tower wars going off here, but obviously watchtowers have a 800 range, whereas guard towers only have 700. Arcane towers have 800 and cannon towers have 800, but I don't think we're going to be seeing either of those. You don't really want either of those to be fighting watchtower, just because the cannon tower would take too long, and the arcane tower does almost no damage. And looks like the Blade Master going to run in here, going to try and do some take down some more of these peons or peasants, and then the towers later on. He doesn't have his army backing him up, and looks like the army actually being separated from the Blade Master, who I'm not sure if he does the staff teleportation, but no, he doesn't. So if Infi could find this army here, he could do a lot of damage, force TP, which I assume no TP. That's Fly being a bit risky here. He could be cut out and could lose a lot, because obviously that Blade Master is critical to the army composition. But I guess Infi just doesn't have a big enough army to actually be doing significant damage. And looks like these Griffin Riders are probably going to be safer now, because the Bat Riders can't take them out, and there's no point in using Bat Riders until you can take out a unit, because otherwise you can just absorb the damage and then staff it home, and your opponent has lost a massive amount of gold and you've lost nothing. And looks like this watchtower really limiting the places Infi can build towers. And meanwhile, this expansion did go up a little while back, but there's just been so much going on. And looks like Infi managing to get into the back of Fly's base, and trying to focus on this one raider before he TPs him. Will get another bolt to take it down, and will be able to that's done quite a bit of damage really. But the big thing is just the massive economic damage that Infi is doing. He's distracting Fly. Meanwhile, he's just keeping everything going. You can see he's harassing here with these Dragonhawk Riders. This tower going up, but he needs this. If he puts up maybe another tower here or another tower here. Now it's hard to think of places really where you can get two towers where they'd be able to where they couldn't be clouded together, but they could still get hits off. And so you can see these Dragonhawk Riders are just going to come back in. I think a staff teleportation on the Blade Master would be really useful now, because if the Blade Master staffs in, if Infi doesn't move his flying units back immediately, you might get a purge. Oh, here the Blade Master comes here. Will we be able to get any purge off? No, he doesn't. He only gets a couple hits off because Infi flies over those trees wisely. But we can see if purge had gone off, then that would have been a free kill, which would have been much more damaging than the harassment that was being done to Fly here. But Fly just needs to get some more expansions up. It's pretty tricky for him to go for the islands, which is basically the only thing that's left at this point, just because there's so many flying units here from Infi that he has such good air control. And bolt going up. Ooh, look at that reveal being running out, so the bolt actually doesn't take effect. Very, very nice there, or quite lucky really. But it's quite an uncommon thing to see, and Infi just decided not to take the fight. Meanwhile, doing some creeping here, just a bit odd, and going to set up yet another expansion. He has almost all of the expansions. So nice. Meanwhile, it's like playing Monopoly basically, but Fly just has this one little stretch here, and then Infi has the entire rest of the board. But looks like just these mines are doing just getting so much for Infi. Infi, you can see he only has 1,500 gold in the bank because he's had to spend so much on TPs, and he's actually been losing a lot of units. But Fly just so far behind in food, even if he is ahead in hero levels. And we can see that Fly's actually won pretty much every battle, but the only battle that he really needs to win is the last one, whereas Infi can afford to lose every battle. As long as he wins that last one, he will be okay, and he will probably take this game. But we have to see if the problem is actually just winning one battle against this huge hero from Infi. From Fly, sorry, this level 6 Blade Master with some pretty nice items, to be honest. I mean, +9 damage, some healing potions, and then the orb and stuff is really nice as well. There's one Gloves of Haste would go nicely as well with that Blade Master if he does realize it's there. And looks like we are going to be seeing a bit of just defense here from Fly, who knows that he just needs to build up an army, and if he can build up a large enough army, it basically doesn't matter what size Infi's army is. You can probably take it out just because of the hero level advantage. But the big problem is just that he's just been so starved of gold all game. It's been fantastic map control here by Infi, just taking these expansions seemingly at random, but really you can tell that there was a rhyme and reason to the order he took them, just in sort of it was a mixture of ones he could defend and ones he could easily, or you could guarantee to get money from, and by having a combination of those, he managed to continue to expand and also deny the expansions that Fly would normally want to take by taking ones that were a bit more aggressive than you'd otherwise expect. So nice choice there by Infi.